Welcome everyone to race number race number two, excuse me, of the NORL Truck Series here from the Phoenix International Raceway here in Avondale, Arizona. 47 laps around this 1 mile circuit. Brian James is going to start on the front row next to Jessica Shelton, two JB Motorsports teammates on the front row. As you can see the field to come into view. Not exactly sure on the amount starting for this race. As we're waiting on the command to fire the engines here from Phoenix. One thing I might note, as we're going to get the command right now, I believe. We should have gotten it. Apologize for that. The points leader and the race 1 winner, Ken Murray, is on indefinite suspension, as well as a few others, and Murray will not be competing for the rest of the season, meaning somebody else is going to be the points leader after today's race. Could it be Brian James, his first career pole in season 2? As pace truck is in 47 laps here from Phoenix. Here we go. Brian James clipped the apron heading into turn number 1, and we've got trouble already. Trouble in the back. I believe it involved Richard Johnson and Joey Murphy. Caution is out. Racing back to the line, and Jonathan Tungate's going to win the race back. The only person that didn't upload his truck, and he's the race leader. So we're working the caution for the first time of the day here from Phoenix, and we'll have to take a look at a replay. Not sure exactly what happened. So we'll take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the NORL Truck Series here from Phoenix. Alright, so first we're going to get a look at Brian James here. Heading off into turn 1 on the very initial start. Heads off into 1. You can see Jessica Shelton got a bad start as well. And Brian just dives it in too deep. You see he gets the left sides and the right sides below the yellow line. Carries the truck up the racetrack. And he just completely overdrove the corner. And he's going to end up hitting the wall. Now back here, not sure what happens. Oh, Joey Murphy just slides out of the groove. Richard Johnson has nowhere to go, and I believe they never went around, but the caution was thrown. You can see Robbie Jackson sneaking on through, and Murphy never does a 360. He gets the truck righted, keeps it on the apron as well as Johnson, but it is enough to bring out the yellow. And Jonathan Tungate is your race leader under the caution, and we'll take you back to the green. Welcome back to the Phoenix International Raceway. Working the first caution of the day. Here from race number 2. Jonathan Tungate is the race leader, but you can see there he is going through the dogleg, and you can see the pace truck back further in the frame. Tungate should be penalized for that because he did pass the pace truck. He did not maintain his position, and I believe he's going to lose that. At least he should lose his position because that is a part of the Truck Series rulebook. But I believe he's going to pick up his spot, and he passed the pace truck again. So very interesting to say the least, as I believe they're going to get the one to go this time by. So, for this restart, 12 trucks took the green. Jonathan Tungate is going to be the race leader on the restart. Austin LaPlante lines up second. Third will be Eric Dobbs. Fourth, Corey Williams. Fifth, Robbie Jackson. Sixth, Dylan Schwallenberg. Seventh, Brian James. Eighth, Austin Ogo. Ninth, Jessica Shelton. 10th, Luis Hernandez. And then 11th is Joey Murphy, and Richard Johnson 12th, 1 lap down. Not sure what Eric Dobbs is doing. He's going to get back in line. So Jonathan Tungate, this is his first truck race of the season. He is running for the championship in the Cup Series, meaning he would not get points for this event or any of the other events in the rest of the truck season. Austin LaPlante, Corey Williams, Robbie Jackson, a few of the drivers in this field going for a Truck Series championship. As the pace truck rolls into pit road, Jonathan Tungate's going to lead us down, and we're back underway. Somebody around. Back straightaway. Austin Ogo loops it and got it rolling, but that is enough to bring out a yellow. Something also happened to Robbie Jackson on the restart, so we'll get a look at that as Jonathan Tungate leads us back to the stripe as we're under the caution. Let's get a look at a replay. Alright, we are back looking to see what happened to Robbie Jackson here on this restart. Just does not get in gear, doesn't get going, pulls down to the inside to let everybody by. I don't know if he stalled the truck. I don't think that's really possible, but I don't know what he did. I mean, he just didn't go. I think maybe he got stuck in neutral or couldn't get it out of first gear. Nevertheless, Jackson did not go on that restart, and now we're going to look at Austin Ogo. He drives it hard into turn 1. Corey Williams up in the marbles as well. Ogo just runs up and hits the 73, nearly sends the 73 around. Nice save by Corey, then Ogo's going to slide down the track into Luis Hernandez. Hernandez has nowhere to go, and Ogo's going to do a 360 and gets her rolling. No serious damage for anybody there. So that is basically what happened there. We're going to see if anyone comes down pit road, and we'll get a look at that. Some takers in pit road. So we're working the caution. Dylan Schwallenberg brings his Flipside Motorsports Chevrolet down pit road. Corey Williams, Robbie Jackson, Luis Hernandez, Austin Ogo, and Richard Johnson are all in. I believe at the most these guys would have to make one pit stop for fuel. Tires are a different story though. Let's see who's going to get off pit road first. Now there were some people that stayed out. Joey Murphy, Jessica Shelton, Brian James, Eric Dobbs, Austin LaPlante, and Jonathan Tungate. They all stayed out. And Schwallenberg, Dylan Schwallenberg is going to be off pit road first. Remember, Schwallenberg won a race last season at south of Boston. Ran great there. Ran top 5 all race. Had a 1-lap dash for a restart. Went from 3rd to 1st in half a lap. Made it 3 wide for the race lead. Took the win away from Will Wilson to get the job done in honor of his deceased grandfather. Schwallenberg did not have the greatest luck at Daytona. Got involved in the big one on the first lap. Coincidentally, that race only had one caution. It was the big one on lap 1. The rest of the race went green. Let's see. There's Richard Johnson just came out of the pits. I believe he is still 1 lap down. Corey Williams sits in pit road. and Jessica Shelton still sits in pit road, so maybe an issue for one of those two. Or you can see Austin LaPlante. Now remember, LaPlante was gonna end up running for the Cup Series championship this season. He got demoted to the Truck Series though after some incidents that happened back when NORL had its IndyCar series. LaPlante had a couple incidents there where it seemed questionable to the admins whether he be racing in NORL's Premier Series. So they bumped him down. LaPlante obviously has the talent. It just depends on how he showcases it. So we'll see how he does this season. As he looks to be strong so far. As we've gotten the 1 to go signal, we can see Eric Dobbs ran well at Daytona in the Cup Series, excuse me. Ran very well there. You can see Richard Johnson. He is the free pass as he goes around to get his lap back. Corey Williams still sits on pit road. He's going to go a lap down. You can see Austin Ogo. He was the reason for our second caution. Jessica Shelton did make it off of pit road. So there must not be a serious issue there. They must have been taking their time to get the pit stop right. Luis Hernandez, they got a report that at the most he got a little bit of right front damage, but all should be good. It looks to be just cosmetic damage, so he should be okay. You can see Robbie Jackson had that restart mishap on the last restart. We'll see if he gets it going this time. As they come around to get the restart, Jonathan Tungate is going to lead us back to the green. And we're back underway. I believe so far we've made it green. Let's look back through the field as Corey Williams still sits on pit road as we got some side-by-side action up here. Two flip-side teammates, Joey Murphy and Dylan Schwallenberg, stuck up high as Robbie Jackson looks to the inside of Schwallenberg. Can't get the job done. Power move for the 59 to get him a position. That Jessica Shelton moves up to, I believe, 8th. And you can see Luis Hernandez, Austin Ogos. We got trouble. Robbie Jackson's around. Austin Ogo around again. And Joey Murphy's spun as well. Caution is out. Jonathan Tungate has led us back to the start-finish line. And he is the leader. Not sure what happened there with Murphy. You can see Austin Ogo getting his car going. You can see Joey Murphy. Robbie Jackson's got some door damage there, so it's going to be a rough day for those three guys, as they've been involved, at least one of them has been involved in every single caution. As we're working the caution, we're going to wait to see, does anybody come down pit road? So we're on lap 13 of 47. Tungate looked like he was going to come in, fakes it. Not really a fake, he kind of just drifted down there. And Luis Hernandez is going to come down pit road, as well as Richard Johnson, Robbie Jackson, and Joey Murphy. Corey Williams is 5 laps down. Richard Johnson is only a lap down. Now you can see Jonathan Tungate, the race leader. So we're working the caution. We're going to wait to see who gets out of pit road first, and that is Robbie Jackson. So let's get a look to see what happened. Okay, so Robbie Jackson heads off into turn 3, gets out of the groove a little bit. Back end just barely starts to come around, and it just subtly spins, and he's going to back it into the wall. Man, that was a hard hit. You can see Austin Ogo spins it too, and he spins right into Jackson. And then right there you could see the hit there that Ogo put on the 43. And then Murphy, not sure what happened to Murphy. I think he just lost it too. Yeah, he did. He just got out of the groove, hit the brakes, locked him up, and just backed it into the wall. So 3 self spins is the reason for the caution. As we'll take a commercial break. You're watching the NORL Truck Series, race number 2 here from Phoenix, and we'll take a commercial break and we will be right back. We're back here from Phoenix as we've just gotten the 1 to go signal to get this race restarted. Race control excuse me, has just informed us that they will be going single file for the remainder of the race until 15 to go due to the amount of cautions we have had as a result of restarts. So Jonathan Tungate is the race leader. Eric Dobbs sits in second. 2 Cup drivers at the front. We'll see if they can duke it out for the win. Austin LaPlante is the first truck driver running for points. Jessica Shelton in 4th. 5th for Dylan Schwallenberg. 6th, Joey Murphy. And 7th is Brian James, not the points leader, but the pole sitter. Remember, had that trouble on the very first lap. Still has not rebounded from that. Austin Ogo, 8th. 9th is Luis Hernandez, and 10th. Rounding out the top 10 is Robbie Jackson. As we go back to green, Jonathan Tungate's going to lead us down. Clean so far. Forgot to mention Richard Johnson is back on the lead lap, and Corey Williams, I believe he's still on pit road. He's 8 laps down now. Let's see if they can get a green flag run going as we have 30 laps to go. It's about the time of the race. We got a spin. Austin O goes around again. Oh, and up into the catch fence and over. Austin Ogo takes a tumble, flipping multiple times, lands on the wheels, and his day is done. Corey Williams has gotten his truck rolling. Joey Murphy must have went under the 09. He's got some roof damage. I think Schwallenberg got involved in it. Maybe Richard Johnson. Brian James has substantial damage as well. I think he was one of the ones that went under the 09. Heavy impact into the safer barrier in turn number 2 for Austin Ogo. I believe that is going to put him out of the race. A brutal hit. As we'll wait for a replay as a pit road is going to be open this time by. Definitely going to be some takers after that huge crash. Does Jonathan Tungate pit? He is not pitted yet, neither has Eric Dobbs, and they are both going to stay out. I doubt that's going to be the case for some of these guys. Yeah, Brian James, Dylan Schwallenberg, Richard Johnson, I mean, they have to kind of come in. Same with Joey Murphy. They have a lot of damage. So, yeah, they'll take some time to repair that. Actually, Richard Johnson, I don't see any damage on his truck. I think he just checked up to avoid all that. But he'll come down to get some tires. Schwallenberg as well. Brian James with a lot of damage as we're working the caution. Caution number 4, I do believe. So we're on lap number 20. We'll take a look at a replay. So the first thing I saw was a black truck spin around, and I believe that was Schwallenberg. Yes, Dylan Schwallenberg. Back end steps out on him. Can't quite save it, and he's going to back it in to the safer barrier. And then Austin Ogo is going to lose it. He's going to spin down in front of Brian James. Nearly had it saved. Gets clipped by the 05. Robbie Jackson comes in and just clobbers the 05. And then look at Ogo up into the catch fence. Murphy goes over as well. Murphy lands on top of Brian James. So we had 2 flips and one wreck, and that is just a terrifying rollover for Ogo. Let's go on board with him. I mean, that was just a terrible hit. Apologies for the technical difficulties there. So we're going to get a look at Austin Ogo heading into turn number 1. As you'll see Schwallenberg go around, back it into the wall. Ogo also loses it. Locks her down. Gets hit by Brian James. And then look at this. Robbie Jackson just plows right into the wreckage. And then it took out our camera a couple times. And Ogo's slowly going to roll back over onto his wheels. Terrifying hit for Austin Ogo. As we are working caution number 4, I believe, here from Phoenix, as try to get back racing, and maybe, hopefully, we can get some green flag racing. We are back here from the Phoenix International Raceway here in Avondale, Arizona. 1 to go is the signal to get us back racing. At the stripe, we will have, I believe, 25 laps remaining. You can see Corey Williams. He did receive some of his laps back, because I believe he fell out, or at least I believe he's going to get some of those back. Joey Murphy has a lot of damage, so they're still repairing his truck. Austin Ogo is, I believe, the only retiree from the race that he is. Jonathan Tungate is going to restart as the leader once again. Eric Dobbs will restart 2nd. 3rd, Austin LaPlante. Jessica Shelton will restart 4th, a good run for her. Dylan Schwallenberg is going to restart 5th after that spin. Brian James is going to restart 6th, a lot of damage. 7th will be Richard Johnson. 8th will be Robbie Jackson. 9th will be Luis Hernandez. And 10th will be Joey Murphy. Remember, Austin Ogo has retired from the race, and Corey Williams is multiple laps down. As Jonathan Tungate leads us onto the front stretch, and we're back underway with 25 laps to go. Someone got up in the wall. Joey Murphy didn't catch the green. See his damage on the roof right there. Is he caught the wall. Corey Williams is back rolling. Apologize for a little bit of lag right there. As Eric Dobbs took a peek to the inside of our race leader, Jonathan Tungate. Couldn't quite get the job done as Tungate slides up the racetrack. Dobbs looks to pounce heading into turn 3. Tungate got such a good run through the dog leg there as Dobbs is going to have to fall in line. As now Dobbs slides up the racetrack. Here comes Austin LaPlante. But LaPlante clipped the apron, couldn't quite get a run on the 50, and Jonathan Tungate extends his lead by a couple tenths right there. And I think we made it a lap green. Thank goodness. So Robbie Jackson's going to battle Richard Johnson there, as he's going to take this position away. Remember, Johnson won last season at Spencer Speedway. Did a great job there after they had a wreck coming to the finish. He was able to squeak around and get the victory, as Robbie Jackson had a very close call right there, going inside of Brian James. And Jackson's going to go around again. Turn 2. And caution will wave again. Just as we were approaching 21 to go, caution is out, and Jonathan Tungate is the leader at the start-finish line. And Murphy was really loose right there. Corey Williams, I believe he's going to get some of his laps, back. Okay, I believe he fell out, so that'll be his alibi to get his laps back. Be interesting to see as we're approaching the closing stages of this race. Does Tungate or Dobbs have to pit They have not pitted yet in this race. Dobbs may be cheating in a little bit. Looks like he may be coming down pit road. LaPlante cheating in. Tungate is actually going to bring it down pit road, and he's going to bring a whole line of trucks with him. Surprising to see the 28 bring her down. It's Brian James is going to pick up the race lead. But he just brought half the field with him down pit road. So who's going to be the first one off pit road? Jessica Shelton pits in a bad angle, and Tungate gets held a little bit, and he has to go around Shelton the wrong way. And Austin LaPlante wins the race off pit road by a mile. Tungate gets off second, third Eric Dobbs, and Schwallenberg comes off pit road fourth with Robbie Jackson in fifth. So we're under the caution, and we should see what happened to Robbie Jackson. You can see this was just after getting around the slower machine of Brian James. Jackson just overcooks it heading into one, gets up in the marbles, tries to get her locked down, locks up the brakes, and when those rear brakes lock up, there's nothing you can do. Jackson's just gonna go for a spin, decides to lock her down, and does a nice slow spin. Luis Hernandez does a good job avoiding. Same with Richard Johnson. Jackson gets it righted, and no one hits him. But it was enough to bring out a yellow. And as that being said, we'll take a commercial break. You're watching the NORL Truck Series here from Phoenix, and we'll be right back. We are back here from Phoenix, getting the 1 to go signal this time by Brian James, the pole sitter, guy with a lot of crash damage, is going to restart on point. Corey Williams is going to go around to get one of his laps back. Richard Johnson, JB Motorsports teammate of Brian James, is going to restart second. Third will be Joey Murphy. Fourth, Austin LaPlante. Fifth will be Jonathan Tungate. Sixth will be Eric Dobbs. Seventh will be Dylan Schwallenberg. Eighth will be Jessica Shelton. Ninth will be Robbie Jackson. 10th will be Luis Hernandez. And remember, Corey Williams is one lap down. He just got the lucky dog. And Austin Ogo is the only person out of the race. And now remember, 3 trucks stayed out, which means the guys and gals on fresh tires should prevail here. So, how will these last 17 laps play out? Could maybe JB Motorsports stick one out? Could Tungate charge through the field to get the lead back and drive away with it? Could LaPlante or Dobbs have anything to say about that? Onto the front stretch, and we're back underway. 17 laps to go. So far, so good. I think I saw somebody go to the apron. 3 wide right here. Corey Williams makes a daring move to get 2 spots after just taking the lucky dog. And this, oh man, this is tight right here. 3 wide. Jonathan Tungate, Eric Dobbs split. Richard Johnson, whoa, that was close right there. Tungate almost chopped Eric Dobbs right there as Dobbs takes the spot away, but here comes Tungate charging back. On the inside, crossover move to go to the apron in the dogleg into 3. Dobbs has the position for now, but look at Tungate charging on the inside. And 3 wide up here for the race lead. Brian James gets the wall, and Austin LaPlante takes the lead away. Where did Brian James? Look at how far he fell in the running order as LaPlante leads. Could he be the 2nd straight Truck Series competitor to win? Remember Ken Murray I know he's not in the series anymore, but he did win back at Daytona. He was running for truck points. Here comes Tungate to the inside. Couldn't quite do it as LaPlante catches the apron a little bit, coming out of turn number 2. Tungate to the bottom, through the dogleg. Close there. Dobbs closes in. Neck and neck into 3. Oh, Robbie Jackson is slow. He is stopped on the apron. What is he doing? That is going to bring out a yellow, I think. Maybe not. But Jackson has stopped on the apron, is not moving. He's off the racing surface, so he may not bring out a yellow, but he may get ejected. He's still sitting there, and I don't know why he'd be stopped on the racetrack. Very questionable. As he still sits on the apron. No caution. Still green. Nearly contact there. 3 wide for second. LaPlante smokes the tires. Coming out of turn number 2. And Eric Dobbs is going to take second position away. And side by side for third place. And Dylan Schwallenberg looks to take that away. And here comes Jessica Shelton. Close quarters race. And here, contact. LaPlante nearly went around as he hit the quarter panel of Dylan Schwallenberg. 10 to go this time by. Jonathan Tungate has opened up the gap to 9/10 of a second. And that gap is still growing. And I believe Robbie Jackson's been ejected. Yeah, that he has. He stopped on the racetrack. And I believe race control ejected him from the race. Yeah. So we're going to have 2 retirees from the race. And if you finish the race, you get top 10. So that's alright for those guys. As Tungate slipped up the racetrack a little bit, that allows Dobbs to close the gap. Just a tad. So here he comes. Eric Dobbs looking for his first career Truck Series win. Schwallenberg running third. Runs great at these short tracks. Wants to run for a championship this season. Since he couldn't make it up to the Cup Series. Be running a limited Cup Series schedule. You remember last season. Was running for the Truck Series championship. Had a good shot at winning it. Till Watkins Glen lost his temper. Got suspended for a couple races. Still ended up with a win at the end of the season. Still finished strong as Jessica Shelton caught the wall there. That's going to give up the spot to Austin LaPlante as the 94 will fall to 5th. Apologize for the lag. And the gap is closed just a tad as we come to get 7 to go. Jonathan Tungate, still the race leader. And Dobbs is closing that gap ever so slightly each lap. If he could continue to do that, we may see a last lap battle. Daytona was decided by fuel strategy. What could this be decided by? As the gap was really closed that time by, 2/10 was what Dobbs gained. Tungate has either got to be in fuel conservation mode or his tires have got to be killed. So here comes Dobbs. 6 laps to go. That time by. I think they were dead even in terms of the stopwatch. No, they weren't. Dobbs gained a little, and look at this. Dobbs is going to be on the back bumper of Tungate as they head into 3. Last time by, 1/10 and a half in favor of Eric Dobbs. Five to go. Tungate opened the gap a little bit, but here comes Dobbs diving it into turn 1. Just check through the field. Luis Hernandez, Austin LaPlante, and Jessica Shelton battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. LaPlante to the apron. Couldn't quite get the spot. Look at Hernandez. Had to jump out of the way to not hit the 99 as he really checked up. And Tungate really ran away from Dobbs there. The gap opened up by a half a second. Apologize for the technical difficulties as we are back. Caution! Caution is out! Caution is out! The race is going to end under caution. Eric Dobbs into the wall. What in the world has just taken place? The race is going to end under caution with 3 to go. Contact made between the 20 and the 50. Maybe some tempers flaring. We're under the caution. Not sure why. Jessica Shelton, we saw her battling for 4th. So maybe she's the reason for the caution. Before we get to the checkers, take a look, and Jonathan Tungate fakes out the field. He's going to stay out. So while they get the 2 to go, let's take a look at what happened. Well, I know some people aren't going to be happy after this one. Hard racing gone wrong. Jessica Shelton catches the safer barrier coming off turn 4. Bounces down into Luis Hernandez. And they're going to do a slow spin onto the front stretch to bring out the caution. Hernandez slides across the line. I think he's going to end up 5th. See Brian James. I think he's going to get around this one alright. Yeah. So, very interesting. I know some tempers are going to be flaring after that one. So, let's get you to the finish of this race. Well, after a dominating performance, Jonathan Tungate is going to get his first career NORL Truck Series victory here from Phoenix. They could not get the track cleared in enough time, meaning we are going to get the white flag this time by, along with the caution flag. See Tungate's swerving a little bit. I'm guessing he has something planned for this celebration. What a coincidence. The guy that wins the race doesn't send his truck. See Joey Murphy. He's going to finish 10th with damage. Jessica Shelton, after being the cause for the caution, is going to end up 9th. You can see Corey Williams. He's going to end up 8th. Richard Johnson 7th. Brian James 6th. Luis Hernandez does end up 5th. Austin LaPlante 4th. Schwallenberg is going to get 3rd. I believe he's going to be the points leader. 2nd for Eric Dobbs. And 1st for Jonathan Tungate. He's going to get a little congratulatory tap. We haven't taken the checkers yet, so they're going to have to wait to do that. See Tungate really having some fun with the pace laps here. All he has to do is roll through turns 3 and 4 behind the pace truck at pace speed, and he will get his first NORL Truck Series victory. As they roll through turn 4, it's going to be the first win for a Gold Class Series driver in Season 2. A Cup driver is going to win this one today, as Jonathan Tungate comes onto the front stretch to get the checkers and the yellow. He's your winner here from Phoenix. And they're wrecking under the cooldown lap. Congratulations to Mr. Tungate on getting his first win. And look at, oh my goodness, what is this? I think it's a full-fledged demo derby. Oh my goodness. How about that? Well, that's basically this race in a nutshell. Congratulations to Jonathan Tungate on getting his first win here in the Truck Series. Your points leader is going to be, I believe, Dylan Schwallenberg. As next race you will see here on the NORL TV network will be the NORL Cup Series. Race number 2 from Phoenix will be going 90 laps. I believe 94 laps for that one, actually. So it should be interesting. With that being said, congratulations once again to Jonathan Tugate. And we will see you next time here on the NRL TV networks. I'm Zach Buchanan. Goodbye, everybody.